Hey guys, Superman Gaming here with a Killing Floor 2 little tip video on the Berserker class. In this video, I'm going to show you how you should use it and the best way to do it. So, as you start off, on the first wave, you can use your melee weapon or the pistol. The pistol I think would be mostly the good idea, but save your ammo for it for enemies who you cannot, or who you shouldn't, move up to and kill. Now, the melee weapons are really easy to use and they're very good and effective. Now there are some enemies you should attack, like the one I just attacked there, which I think was called a cult or quat. But there's also the normal zombies and that, and there are also more that I need to show you. Now this fat guy here is not someone you should melee, because if you melee them they will explode and the toxic acid will be put on you. The best way to handle these fat guys is to take out your pistol and deal with them, because you will not take any damage. As you see here, if you melee it, it will explode and you'll get acid. So do not melee the fat guys. You can melee the normal enemies all you want. They're not going to be much of a hard thing to deal with. And so, with just using this, it's really easy to do with normal ones. I personally don't really use this class, but I'm just showing you the best way to use it in my opinion. So now, when you go to the trader, here are a few things I think you should buy. There is a weapon in here, a weapon that I would call the boss destroyer, but how you should do these things here is, well, quickly let me show you the boss destroyer. This right here is the boss destroyer. The reason I call it that is you will see at the end of the video. But right now, I'm not going, well, I'm just going to tell you, I already did all this, and I'm now just doing like a little, pretty much live little thing here. So, don't really buy anything, as I already did here, that wasn't a good idea. But do not buy anything. Here are a few more enemies you can just use melee on. You don't need to use your pistol on them. Again, use the pistol only on these fat guys. So save your ammo on that. Melee the enemies that you know you can melee. And do not go up against enemies that are too tough to deal with. Now the guys with the blades for the arms, you can melee them too. There's no bad reason to melee them. There also are like little like upgraded versions of them. They got blades on both arms. But you can melee those guys too. Okay, so there's the siren there who you definitely do not want to be next to, because the siren will eliminate your health very fast. So meleeing the siren is not a good idea. Now, there also is the stalker there. You can melee that, and that guy, I don't know what you call him, but that guy you can go up and melee. He is not much of a problem at all, and he is definitely really easy to defeat. Now, if you want to be Berserker, you definitely want to make sure you have a good team with you, and that you're pretty much very good and skilled with Berserker. Now, when you go over to the pod here and you have enough money, you should buy the Eviscerator, because the Eviscerator is a very good weapon against the bosses. Because when you fight up against those bosses, it's going to be easy. Also, if you get 600, I would advise buying the Katana next. But don't forget to get dual 9mm pistols, as I did not do here yet. Because I don't remember if I did. But the Eviscerator is definitely a good weapon, as you can see by the damage. And you look at it here, it definitely looks cool. Now, I'm gonna show you the little bit of its second little ability here. Now, the second ability for it is you'll press L2 and it will just cut with the blades. As you can see, there's a gasoline symbol, 245. That's gasoline. As you can see here, that goes down when you use the second ability with it. But you can buy more gasoline to keep on using it. You can keep buying all you want, and the gasoline does not take any space. So that's a good thing. but it's very good to use, but I would not really advise using it more than a melee weapon, because you might need that to get yourself out of a little sticky situation. Now, when you have enough money, buy the katana, because the katana is a good thing for you to have as well, because it is a very good melee weapon. I definitely got through this stuff very easily with it. Don't forget to get the dual 9mm pistols. That will help you out later. Now, I really like how the katana looks, because like it just looks very cool. I like the animation for it too. These are the weapons I think you should use throughout the rounds as you play as Berserker. Now here's an enemy you don't want to go up towards in melee. You don't want to go up towards these guys with chainsaws. They will wreck you if you want to be up close to them. If you want to melee them when they are not paying any attention to you. Because as you see, he is trying to wreck me. But he pretty much just failed. Because I'm too OP. No, I'm not. I suck. Just kidding. Anyway, this guy definitely do not go up against. I had my melee weapon out to block his attacks. As you saw, I just walked right away and started unloading on him with my pistol. But you want to make sure you're near your team, because if you're not near your team as a Berserker, you might get outnumbered by big guys and you might not survive. Because all you would have is follow my instructions, the eviscerator which you want to save, ammo for things you think you're not going to make it out of, and a katana and the dual pistols there. That's really all you would have. And you don't want to be stuck in situations like this, so stay near your teammates. Now, with more of this, you can see, you might be asking, can I use this in multiplayer, or should I use this class in multiplayer? You could use this in multiplayer, but if you want to use this in multiplayer, you should use my strategy for it, which is all the weapons I pick, but I would not advise using this class in multiplayer version of it, versus survival. Now, I'm going to show you why I call this weapon the Boss Destroyer. Now, the damage you're going to see throughout this part is mostly my damage, because this weapon is very good against any boss. And Jacob used this weapon in the video we did last night. Now, when the boss comes by, you'll see why this is the Boss Destroyer. Because this weapon has very good damage, and it does go off of the walls and ricochet to him again. So here he is now. Watch the health bar when I am shooting, and you'll see why this is the Boss Destroyer. See how fast his health is draining when I'm firing at him? That's mostly my damage of me shooting at him with this weapon. Definitely a good weapon to use. I would suggest getting this weapon even if you're not playing as the Berserker, because, or at least when you get to the boss wave, because it is very useful. Now, of course, he's just running away and healing himself, but that's not very much of a problem, because this weapon, the Boss Destroyer, or I should say Small Pecker Destroyer, because that's what he has, is a Small Pecker. Now, his health is very low here, but unfortunately, he ran off again to heal himself, so we had to go up and find him all again. And I ran downstairs and saw him running up, but it was already pretty much too late, in my opinion, to get him before he healed himself. Now, I do want to say, I hope this is helping you guys out if you ever want to just play as Berserker, because whenever I get the full game again, well, not again, but when I get the full game, I'm gonna mostly be playing as Gunslinger, of course. But when I get to Berserker, this is the class I suggest I would use, and anyone else who plays Killing Floor 2 to use this strat. Now, don't just keep not paying attention to your health, because you are the one person with this weapon who wants to stay alive. The person with this weapon should stay alive and not die, because this weapon is way too useful to be lost. Now it's time to finish off the boss here. So watch this health and watch me fire. You see how quick that's going away? Now I didn't kill the boss, but my teammate with the RPG killed the boss, but I lowered his health a lot during that. So guys, that's how I think you should use the Berserker. Get the Eviscerator, Katana, and dual 9mm pistols, and that's pretty much it. So, thank you for watching this video. If this helped you out, please put in the comments if it did. I will be making more tips for other classes, so thank you for watching this one, and I'll see you with the command